Love and relationships are bound to be painful and stressful. At least, that is the belief of the most people. And why is that? No one teaches you about love, and probably, for most people, the experiences in love and relationships have been exactly that, stressful and painful. But does that really have to be the case for everyone? Of course not. It doesn't have to be like this forever. But the whole picture eludes most people. You probably had bad experiences, frustrating ones, and therefore you blame the circumstances, the other person, or just love in general for your failure and pain in love and your relationships in the past. But it couldn't be further from the truth. Unfortunately, most people will just blame external circumstances and factors, or say it just wasn't the right person, simply because it is easier to deal with it that way psychologically, rather than admitting that the underlying mechanisms and processes within yourself are adjustable. If you're willing to let go of specific concepts in love, but almost no one is willing to change their beliefs and expectations towards love and relationships, because it is easier and more convenient to just keep on living your old habits, although you are setting yourself up for failure and suffering in future relationships. There are so many dysfunctional beliefs towards love that it is impossible to mention them all, but just to list a few. For example, you consider your partner as an entity which is there to make you happy. Because when you feel bad or frustrated, you instantly turn towards them and expect them to make you happy, to cheer you up, to distract you from your suffering. So you give all responsibility for your life, for your emotions, to the other person, rather than taking it on by yourself. This transforms slowly your relationships into a toxic waste dump, basically, where you go always in this bad mood and you expect to be helped. And this other person is constantly trying to help you because he loves you and he has learned that he's supposed to do that every time you feel that way. Therefore, you're creating this dynamic which is just hurting both of you in the end. So, in this process, a vicious cycle develops where one is always serving and the other is constantly receiving. Another one is the illusionary thought and belief that one single person can single-handedly fulfill every desire and wish of another person in the whole relationship. Or the thought that you own the other person. Both of them are just outrageous ideas. A different example is you blame the other person for your breakup, instead of questioning and learning from this breakup and wondering, why did I choose this person to begin with? What processes and dynamics are in me that feel attracted towards that person? Are these patterns actually good for me and healthy? Or should I dive deep into them and realize that they actually keep me from having a healthy and positive, harmonious relationship? So therefore I should let them go and adapt and change them, because otherwise I would just stick to my old patterns and keep on going into toxic, bad relationships. Sooner rather than later, almost anyone finds themselves in a relationship where you have only two options, and none of them seems to be a good one. Either you decide yourself for the relationship and drop your desire, or you choose to end actually the relationship and follow that desire. Both ways appear to be not good options. You lose no matter what, but you have to choose. Most people decide themselves for the relationship and not follow their desire, but they slowly start to resent themselves or even the other person for not being able to follow their desire. So, is there a way to not choose between the two? Understanding the dynamics that govern human behavior and love is the ultimate key of transforming your life fundamentally. You will be able to see into your own behavior, evolution, and expectation patterns once you realize that you can let them go, that they are obsolete and are holding you back from living a life full of unconditional love. You would have changed the game of your life, the game of love in your life, forever. Religion, society, and traditions shaped these concepts onto love. Throughout human history, love was considered a myth, an unsolvable riddle. On the one side, the most fulfilling phenomena there is. On the other side, the most misunderstood and misguided tragedy of humankind. It is our task to bring light into this darkness in love, as individuals, as lovers, as parents, as a nation, as a species. No one teaches kids in school about love, because all of them suffer from the same problems. So you cannot teach what you don't understand. Therefore, the misunderstanding continues. It is not love itself that creates this suffering. It isn't some unstoppable force of nature. It is something we humans have created. These deeply rooted concepts were overtaken by families, ancestors, and societies, never questioning and reflecting on a deeper level that the conditions and expectations we set ourselves and others might be changeable, might be old fragments that need to be dropped in order for us humans to live love to its fullest potential. If we don't take the courageous step and question and reflect on our thoughts and emotions concerning the pain in relationships, the everlasting cycle of struggle and war and love continues. I hope you are brave enough to transform your life into a learning love adventure.